It's my pleasure to welcome you to this episode of Light of Islam. And today we'll be looking at the topic creating safe spaces in our Muslim homes for our teens. And what exactly is a safe space? As a counselor, a safe space is a situation where you provide a non-judgmental atmosphere for individuals to share their challenges with you while you support them walk through those challenges. So, how can we make our homes a safe space for our teens so that we're able to support them resolve their challenges? We'll start from at the level of the environment. And when I say environment, I'm referring to the ideas we expose them to. I'm referring to the people we expose them to. And I'm also referring to the physical space that they inhabit. So, right from when a child is young, we should start, giving them responsibilities to teach them how to care for themselves, care for their environment. We should teach them how to clean themselves. We should teach them how to, pick things from the environment that may litter the environment. We should teach them to take care of their toys and all of that. When we do this, we're already grooming them to become responsible adults and to be able to regulate themselves. So the kind of ideas we expose them to. Unfortunately today, in most homes, you'd find that the TV, is the one that actually takes a bulk of the parenting of the child. And while we were growing up, I would say that the TV was a safer option than what we have today on the internet. We've had children who were exposed to porn on the internet and they didn't go seeking it out. It just popped up because they were on the internet. So it's very important that we are mindful of what we expose our children to, and you should ensure that you're providing age-appropriate tasks, age-appropriate education to also include sexuality and reproductive health education. So I do teen counseling and coaching, and sometimes when I meet some teens, male and female, they've never heard anything, about menstruation from their parents. Sometimes they even ask questions and their parents shut them down, and some of them will tell you, my mom does not even have my time. My dad does not even have my time. You tell them to, check in with specific, we do general counseling and, coaching, and then we tell them some pointers that they can go home and ask their parents further questions on. And their response is, well, my mom or my dad does not have my time. So how are we supposed to empower young with the right kind of education for when they actually get to meet some of these life milestones, how to navigate them? How are we creating safe spaces for them? The Prophet ﷺ used to teach the Sahabas, and even our mother Aisha used to teach, the women of Medina, to the extent that they would send their menstrual stained cloths to her to verify if it was now okay for them to commence salat. So who are we copying in the Ummah today, where we're not educating our young about, the milestones, the education they need to actually navigate those milestones in their life? A child, is menstruating for the first time, and they don't even know how to do self-care. They don't know that they're supposed to perform ritual bath after the menstruation. A boy is having his first wet dream and he doesn't even know that he's supposed to take a ritual bath to actually observe salat, and he doesn't even know what that is. it can get him scared. And the bad news is, if he asked his friends questions, they can tell him, they can derail him with. There was, one thing I read about a girl asking her friend, I've commenced my menstruation, and the girl says, now it's time for you to have a boy to take care of you. So if her parent had educated her, would she be carried away with that friend? So we need to wake up. The Ummah, we need to wake up. We need to educate our young with age appropriate education they need about their bodies, about their minds, about their hearts, and about Allah, most importantly, so that they understand that all their actions, the intention should be tied to pleasing Allah, to live in a state of muraqabah, to live in a state of mindfulness, because Allah says that if we're mindful of Him, He will take care of us. So it's our responsibility as parents. That exalted position that we have been placed as parents is for us to take care of these duties that are incumbent upon us to take care of. And then we have to see us living our values and beliefs. We have to show them by the way we dress, by what we eat. We have to explain things to them, because their mind is tabula rasa. What we do for them during the years of upbringing are significant emotional experiences for them that form their subconscious. And as an adult, 95% of who you are is from your subconscious. Be careful of what you say to your children, because it's their inner voice when they grow up. Some of those voices that speak, that you have conversations with in your head, they actually come from your environment, from your upbringing, from the significant emotional experiences, from the education you've been exposed to as, now as an adult. So we should be able to reflect back and see, okay, when I was this child's age, what were the questions that I had that I didn't have answers to? You can begin to provide those answers to your children. Don't wait until they start to search for the answers in the wrong places. So, and the most important of all is to teach them about Allah. Let them understand that whatever they're doing is tied to Allah. We have to be mindful of Allah. When we eat, we do it mindfully. We eat halal. When we interact, when we have social relationships, we observe halal boundaries. And it comes out of what they see us doing. If you're the type of parent that commingle with the opposite sex anyhow, you don't dress well, and you speak to other people, without respect, then they're going to copy you. So, as parents, I want to end by saying that it is our responsibility to take care of the mental capital of our children, which is the mind. We have to feed the mind with the right kind of knowledge. It is our responsibility to teach them how to self-regulate, so to take care of their heart, because the Prophet ﷺ has told us that there's a piece of flesh in the body. If it's corrupt, the whole body is corrupt, and if it's sound, the whole body is sound, and it's the heart. So we need to learn emotional intelligence like the Prophet used to display during his time. And with Anas, his adopted son, with Fatima, his daughter, all of this, with Ali, his nephew that he brought up, all of these were evident. And then we also need to teach them how to care for their body and to use their body, to protect their chastity. And we need to tie all of this to feeding their soul, which is the ultimate, that we return to Allah. May Allah forgive whatever errors I've made during the course of this presentation. May you who have heard it, be able to make use of it more than what I have said. May it benefit you, may it benefit me, and may it be a light for the Ummah. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a blessed day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.